is going on, you guys? It has been a little while since I've done just a normal pickup video, um, but I've been kind of just setting stuff aside as I get it in, and now we have a stack, and the stack's driving me crazy, so it's time to do a video. About 3 weeks ago or so, I went to the post office, and I was there in a line. It's about number 742 in line, and I noticed they had a poster on the wall of stamps that were coming out for 2024, and on that poster there was Hank Aaron stamps, and it said that they were supposed to come out in July. And I'm at the post office like every other day, so the postal employees there know me by name, and I know them by name. So I got up there to my guy, and I was like, "Hey man, do y'all happen to have any of these Hank Aaron stamps?" And he started laughing. He's like, "Oh yeah, man." And so he gave me two of them. I made a YouTube short at the time in the parking lot because I was so excited. But I ended up putting these in like 8x10 top loaders. Which, let me tell you, as a TTMer, it is very, very difficult not to use stamps. Much less when you have two good books here. So I'll set these aside. I'll have to hide them so I don't, start jonesing one night and use them on some TTMs. But got those in. I had a large ComC order come in, and I've since TTM most of the stuff, but kind of the card I was shocked that I got was this. What is this? 2023 Panini Prism WNBA Color Blast of Candace Parker. She'll definitely be a Basketball Hall of Famer one day. She's definitely one of the goats in the WNBA, and this was $100 on ComC. I think whoever posted it just maybe quite didn't know what they had. It's like a $200 card, 250-ish. So we'll go ahead and put that in the cards to get signed box, which is, where is that, Bad Johnson? Where is that? Where is it? There it is. Right there, that box. Cards to get signed. It'll probably go in there, and I don't know if she's ever done a signing, so it might go there to die. I was in a Facebook group one day, a couple weeks ago, and a gentleman started posting a bunch of Hall of Famers signed Topps cards, and so I kind of went ham. And some of these aren't Hall of Famers, but we'll just go ahead and get to just showing these off real quick. Yeah, I think that's the only one that's not a Hall of Famer, but I think that's Dutch's rookie card, I believe. Well, he's not a Hall of Famer, but he definitely will be one day. Yep, so that's that. I'm always looking for signed player era cards of Hall of Famers, preferably on Topps cards that I get slabbed up, and then they go in the old eBay store. Then they end up in these boxes here behind me. What's my dog freaking out about? Hey, what you doing? Hey, what's up? um, I've been kind of on a kick lately of buying gold refractors, and you could probably thank Eric those back pages for that. I definitely will be thanking Eric when this PSA order comes back that I just seen the grades yesterday. Whoa, so gangster, man. Those were some good grades. You know it's good when you start scrolling and it's like 10, 10, 10, 10, and you're like, there must be a glitch on this page, man, because like everything's a 10. And I got to like card 15 or so, and all the first 15 were like 10s, and then the last 5 were like 8s and 9s. So gold refractors that I've been picking up lately. I picked up these that just came out not too long ago. These are like PC. These are my guys here in Houston, Yordan Alvarez and, oh man, Jose Altuve, who I just spaced out there. So really, really like these. I want to get them hopefully like right when the product comes out. That way, like, they haven't been graded. You know, they got maybe an 8 or 9, and then someone breaks them out and then puts them on eBay, and you know, you kind of think you have a great chance at a 10 when these cards just come out. But after 2, 3 years later, you're like, you know, if it's an 8, it's probably better to crack it out and sell it raw if it's a gold refractor. And I picked up this little bad guy. This is 2023 Jordan. Went to a game last week here in Houston. We had really good seats, like really, really good seats. And kind of some key takeaways that I got from the game is Jordan Alvarez is a big, big man. He is a big dude, man. And quite opposite, which I've seen him before. I've met him before. Jose Altuve is so incredibly small. Like him or hate him, like whatever. I don't care. He's my guy. I'm a Houston guy. I love Altuve. But the power that dude has for being that small is incredible, man. He was about 2 or 3 inches taller than the catcher when the catcher was in the squat position. You know, so if you've never seen him in person, that's about how tall he is. So little bitty guy, but dude, that dude can freaking rack, baby. Man, so such power and such a little guy. Kind of reminds me of the noisy cricket from Men in Black. You know what I mean? That little bitty gun. Got these back from a signing. I sent them to High Spots, which is a wrestling company. 2 of 2 of these Jim Ross PMGs. Both of them are numbered to 100. These particular ones turned out incredible. You know, it's kind of 50-50 with High Spot on how the paint pen goes, which there's always a risk when you're using a paint pen, but the ratio of good to not good when I send into High Spots is like 50-50, which isn't the best. You know, if I use someone like Sean Gandhi with SAG autographs, it's like 99% good, 1% that something happens to the pen. So these turned out super cool. And another thing I like about sending into High Spots is they always put your cards back in a one touch, and then they seal them with their little sticker. And that's like no extra charge for that. They just do that, which is really cool, man. It's kind of going above and beyond in a day and age where nobody goes above and beyond. This one came back from, I forget what wrestling company I used, but this little bad dude, not a big fan of him in AEW, really thought he was underutilized when he was with WWE, but that turned out really good. Booker T was, it was promoted on Facebook that he was at this place called Retro Games here in Houston. It was advertised as a meet and greet. You know, so think, you know, in your mind, what do you think when you hear meet and greet? And I get there, and it's not a meet and greet, it's a signing. You know what I mean? So he wanted $40 per. It's 40? No, it's $30. It was $30 per, which is whatever. That's a decent price. Wrestlers are way cheaper than like athletes from baseball, football, basketball, so on, cricket, you know, croquet. So I was happy to pay the $30, but when I went there, I drove like 45 minutes there thinking it's for a meet and greet, meaning, you know, that it would be free autograph. Wasn't exactly thrilled, but super happy to get these signed. These were sitting in my cards to get signed box for 5 or 6 months, just waiting on him to do a signing, which is funny because he has a wrestling promotion that he runs. I think it's called Reality of Wrestling. And my boys and I have been to one of his events, and it's about 15 minutes from here. But for some reason, he makes appearances and he's in the shows, but he doesn't do autographs there. Like, he doesn't make himself available for autographs, which I think is very unique because, I mean, people are kind of going there to see him, you know. That's that. Sorry for the ramble. And then last, I got in 2 packages, both from the Nolan Ryan Foundation yesterday. Let's see, these two were in one package. So I was able to finish the Steve Carlton Nolan Ryan duel, and then that right there, that 76 turned out really, really nice. I don't know what they use, like the marker. It does not look like a typical Sharpie, um, but it's better than a ballpoint pen. So I'm not sure what they use. Maybe a fine point Sharpie, which was like insanely fine. That's that. And then the other package was this 1972 Topps. I had this card at one time, and it was coming back from PSA, and the PSA submission, and it was a group submission, got lost in the mail, and it has never appeared ever. And that was a submission. I had 200 cards in. Man, I lost my freaking ass on that. So PSA did come through with insurance. It took a long while. They kind of underbid everybody. You know, I think everyone kind of caught the weenie on that one, but I caught the bulk of it because I wanted to make sure that my group submitters were at least somewhat pleased and not pissed off. So that is that, getting that one for the second time. And then I just released a video of this one last week, but it's sitting here. This thing is insane, dude. This 2001 Topps Chrome Traded Retrofractor of Pujols with 3 inscriptions. I just talked about him a second ago. My buddy Sean Gandhi with SAG Autographs got this signed for me at the National. Absolute gem. I don't know. Gorgeous card. Gorgeous card. So, till next time, adios. Be safe. Bye-bye. Toodles.